EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They'll try the right side here with White. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
this unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to it.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Mayfield looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Back to throw here, Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now it's Herbert. Caught right side, Davis. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Chargers at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach,
You show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Herbert. That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Herbert back to the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Kalijah Kancey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this one is right through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan in on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield.
he's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now back to the ground game with White. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Mayfield to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield.
This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the gun, Mayfield. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That's twice now already in this 1st quarter that he's been able to knock the ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Mayfield now. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That one complete to McConkey.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And he's got some space here.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First comes in at the 48-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Now, the offense, they'd really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe Possibly. They're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moved.
Touchdown, Chargers! Len McConkey, 27 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score. Chargers 24, Buccaneers 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Open man is Palmer.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Herbert now.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game, because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Josh Palmer.
44 yards.
And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with a give to White.
And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground with White.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Escaping the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Now it's Herbert.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
From 8 yards out.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and picked up by the Chargers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
That's a tremendous start to the 3rd quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and 4.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
To the left side, he's got McConkey.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Opting to run again here with White. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Davis now to return it. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Herbert.
And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. and that trend is continuing here.
They keep it on the ground. White again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnston. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard. Dobbins running out of the gun.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it. It was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 31, Herbert. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
In motion, the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
3rd quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Herbert.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. J.K. Dobbins, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Mayfield now. This is White on the screen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Mayfield. That is caught. Down the numbers. There he goes. And bulldozing his way through. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, 57 yards. And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points.
Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last two plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection that led to the block.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
27-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
I think a lot of time when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in a race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
117 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Being chased out left. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 23 yards in.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Mayfield to throw it. It's grabbed over the middle by White.
He's to the 15.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they will take a knee here.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant show.
Should I walk away? what you talking about. There's no something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle. When I do a little dance, so the turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about?